forsaking our fears, laughing through the chaos and drinking some beers. So here's to the laughs, the crumbs and the cheers, all the awkward moments, and we're still here. Cause in the end we're just doing our thing. It's our crazy life, oh, one more thing. Oh, one more thing. Oh!
Welcome to Oh and One More Thing, a podcast where two longtime friends try to figure out what the heck is going on with this crazy thing called middle age.
It's a mix of stories of how we navigate our lives and maybe some questionable advice.
Some days we're wise, other days we're just trying to remember where the heck we left our phone.
So join us as we laugh, groan, and maybe even learn a little something about surviving in the second half of life. Oh, and one more thing. Hey, I'm Rob, and welcome to Oh and One More Thing.
Hi, I'm Brian. How the heck are you today, Rob?
I am phenomenal. It's sunny, it's 80, it's beautiful, beautiful fall day right now.
Yeah?
I love it. I love it because you know
Phenomenal?
Because you know what's around the corner.
What?
Old man winter.
But I like winter.
Well, I like winter too, but
What I like the best is the change of season.
love the change of seasons. Fall is my favorite season.
Yes.
Love the fall.
Because it's crisp outside.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and it's football season.
Well, why did I think of that?
Sports!
Obviously, sports.
Right. Yes, I'm very excited about that.
So, you know, as a couple of Gen Xers, we've hit that weird stage where we're smack dab in the middle of, you've got your parents who still think email is cutting edge, and you got the kids who speak in TikTok.
Right. What the heck's that?
What the hell? I don't
I
know.
know.
And you might not know what a rotary phone is, but
Well, we know.
but we do.
Yeah, they don't.
But it's kind of like living in a time warp.
Yeah.
So today, we're diving into the generation gap. Boomers, Gen Xers, millennials, if I can say it correctly, Gen Z, and maybe even get a little alpha in there.
Ooh, alpha. Ooh, that sounds new.
So what's changed? What hasn't? And how we're all somehow surviving. Barely.
Yeah, barely. I heard a boomer, a millennial, and a zoomer walked into a bar.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's right. Gen X just got ignored again.
Hey, I heard a joke the other day.
You did? Let's hear it.
I know. I want to tell a joke for
Right,
once.
okay.
The grandson looks over at his newlywed wife and asks her, "Will you pass the honey, honey?" She giggles and passes the honey. The father, not to be outdone, looks over at his wife and says, "Will you pass the sugar, sugar?"
Aww.
She laughs, "You old charmer," and passes the sugar. Well, the grandfather looks up, makes eyes with his wife of 55 years and asks, "Will you pass the tea bag?"
That sounds so inappropriate, but I like it. And you are absolutely killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
Kind of goes with the generational theme we have today.
Yeah. So, do you know all the generational labels?
I think I do.
Okay. I mean, I don't.
You don't?
I'll be straight up and honest. I don't. I have a good working knowledge, but I mean, seriously, who creates these labels and why do they stick?
Well, so I've learned that the generation labels are not created by a single entity or an official person.
Really?
But they are often popularized by writers, researchers, and social commentators,
Okay.
and then adopted by the public.
Okay. Well,
So you asked.
I did. That's exactly what I asked for. Okay. So, should we list them and what they mean?
Sure, let's list them.
Okay.
So their lost generation was 1883 to 1900.
Well, why do they call it that?
Well, the term lost generation refers to the people who came of age during World War I and were characterized by a sense of disillusionment. Can you say that?
That's a long word.
Disillusionment and aimlessness in the post-war world.
They're not still walking around lost, though, right?
No, those are zombies.
Okay, got it. All right, well, then I do know the next one. So 1901 to 1927 is the greatest generation. Made famous by Tom Brokaw. He did a whole book on that.
I thought we were the greatest generation.
Well, we are. But in history, they were first the greatest generation. We're a very close second. But I know they got that name because of their resilience and patriotic spirit during the Great Depression and World War II.
Okay, well, I'll give them that.
That's fair.
Yeah. In 1928 to 1945 is called the silent generation.
I'm being silent because they're the silent generation.
Oh, I got it.
So this group was perceived as quiet and conforming, especially when compared to the generations that came before and after them. They grew up during the Great Depression and World War II and are characterized by a tendency towards caution, traditionalism, and a preference for stability.
Okay. So that makes sense.
Okay.
1946 to 1964, baby boomers.
I know that one. Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
This is because of a significant increase in birth rates following World War II.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. There was a busy little generation.
Then, of course, the best generation.
The best generation would be Generation X, 1965 to 80. So this term was initially meant to represent an unknown or undefined generation, reflecting a sense of ambiguity and a departure from the characteristics of the preceding baby boomer generation.
So that's interesting.
Right.
Undefined generation. It didn't know what to do with us.
Right, exactly.
And look how we turned out.
We turned out phenomenal. But
Better than anybody else.
Better than anybody else. And it goes back to, we were latchkey kids and we were going through the technology changes we've talked about in previous episodes.
We had to learn everything.
Yep.
So from the analog style of technology to today, so everything's gone through us.
Yep, absolutely.
1981 to 1996, the millennials are also called Gen Y.
Yeah, I think millennials, isn't that kind of a derogatory statement in their world?
I don't know.
I don't know. Anytime I call somebody a millennial, I get a side eye look.
They get the side eye?
They get crabby with me.
The generation's experience of entering adulthood at the start of the new millennium. The term millennial is more helpful than Gen Y because it provides context related to that significant time.
Right. Makes sense. And it's funny, the years 81 to 96, for some reason, I thought millennial was, older, like during the 2000.
I thought it was 2000.
But it's not.
But it's not.
Right.
They came of age at that time.
Yeah. Which is weird. So, which makes sense in the next one, Generation Z, 97 to 2012. Generation Z is named as such because it directly follows Gen X and Gen Y. So,
that makes sense, right? Didn't know what else to call it.
I guess I know what the next one's called too. Continuing the alphabetical sequence. The term Zoomers, I've never heard that term before.
You haven't heard Zoomers?
I've never heard Zoomers.
Oh, I've heard Zoomers.
I've heard that. The term Zoomers is also sometimes used, particularly in reference to their digital fluency and the fact that many came of age during the COVID-19 pandemic and spent a significant amount of time using online platforms like Zoom. Okay, well, that makes sense.
So, see.
Okay.
Oh, maybe that's why I knew it was Zoomers. I wrote this.
It's all coming together.
So when I go back to read them and go, oh, yeah,
right.
That's information.
Right.
2013 to 2024 is Generation Alpha.
Okay.
So it's named as such because it is the first generation to be born entirely within the 21st century and is the start of a new generational sequence.
There you go. And I noticed you ended that in 2004, which, let me guess, 2025 and beyond, Gen Beta.
Right, Gen Beta.
Yep.
So if you were just born this year, which obviously you're not listening to the podcast.
Hey. Why would you put that out there?
Because you're a baby.
Maybe your parents are listening and you're forced to listen to this.
Well, okay.
That's still a win in my book.
But yeah, then I'm sure it'll move on from beta as we go up.
So, but Gen Beta is tentatively scheduled to 2036, from what I hear.
That's what they say.
That's what they say. Okay. Well,
that's what the Google tells me.
Well, someday when you're old enough to listen to this, little baby Blake, little baby B, little granddaughter Blake.
Well, Blake, were you listening to the podcast when you were a baby?
Well, in 20 years when you're listening, you're the first to Gen Beta, so congratulations. All right, so here we're taking our spring green minute right here to talk a little bit about liquid aeration.
What is liquid aeration?
Well, it is fall time, so aeration tends to be the most popular time for aerations. But we started something new this year called liquid aeration. So your typical aeration, I think most people know what that is. You have a little machine that runs around and puts the little plugs out of your yard.
Pulls little plugs out. It looks like little turds.
Yeah, you got little turds all over your yard. Right? They're messy. If you have an irrigation system or a invisible dog fence, it's a good chance you're going to hit the lines if they're not marked appropriately. Can cause damage.
Okay, I don't have either one of those.
Okay, so you're fine. But even better now is liquid aeration.
Well, tell me what that does, because I don't understand.
Okay, so your mechanical aeration covers on average about 7 to 8% of your yard, just because the spikes are spaced about 2.5 inches apart.
Sure. Okay.
Liquid aeration is going to give you 100% coverage. Because you're going to cover, it's a liquid application. You're going to cover the entire yard. You don't have to mark anything. You don't have to mark your sprinkler system, your invisible dog fence. You don't have the little poopies all over the yard when you're done.
Nobody likes poopy.
Nobody likes poopies. So what it is, it's actually soil revive product. So what it does, it'll break down your thatch, a little bit of your thatch layer, and actually kind of it enhances the soil itself. So it gives a better growing environment for the grass and the turf. Now, personal experience on this. This is kind of new for us, but we're kind of going full force with it because this stuff is awesome. Got a little part of my yard, backside of my yard, 15 years. Every year I aerate it, I overseed it. Can't get grass to grow. I mean, it's very acidic. We have a bunch of pine trees there. It's shady. Sure. When we get heavy rains, the water piles there. So it's not a great area to begin with. Well, earlier this year, back in June, I did a liquid aeration on the yard. So I'm going to give it a shot. And then I just threw down a bunch of seed right after it. I didn't dig it in. I didn't cover it up. Just slapped down some seed. And then we got a massive rainfall, which probably helped pound it into the ground a little bit. But 15 years, I couldn't grow grass back there. Now it is the best looking part of my yard.
And no one can see it because it's in the back.
No one can see it in the backyard, right? But it's phenomenal. So the stuff, I'm telling people that stuff works. It's phenomenal. So
what confuses me is the fact that it's liquid aeration, which aeration already gives me the visual of digging up my yard.
Right.
And this isn't. And I just can't make that connection.
Sure. So what it is, because it does the same effect. It helps relieve the compaction, which is what a standard aeration does. It helps relieve that. And you get the air and the nutrients back down to the soil level. It opens up the pores of the soil to get those nutrients and the elements down to that root level, which is what you want done out of an aeration. And it does break down the thatch layer a little bit. Same thing as an aeration.
Cool. So, well, sign me up. I want that.
Done. You're on the list.
Thank you.
Liquid aeration, that's our tip of the week.
Awesome. Thanks, Rob.
Absolutely.
And Spring Green.
Absolutely. Wait, what the heck is that?
Do we have a guest?
I think we do.
It is none other than Rob's mom. Welcome, Marianne.
What?
Well, thanks for having me, guys.
Well, so we're talking about generations, and maybe you can give us a little bit of light on the boomer generation.
Because you're a boomer.
I am a boomer.
You're a boomer, yeah. So tell us a little about being a boomer.
Gosh, being a boomer. I was born in late 1946, so I'm kind of one of the early baby boomers.
Early boomer, yep.
But I'm out there. Most of my friends are baby boomers too.
I would guess.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
Life is good as a baby boomer, actually.
Okay. So what is? And we had this conversation in our episode last week. We talked about one of our friends, Manny, was asking what it was like for us growing up in the 70s and the 80s, and how life is different today. So, from your perspective, being born in the 40s, what is so different today? What's been the biggest gap, I guess I would say?
Well, we had the best music ever. I know you guys think you have it, but no. Hey,
So, what was some of the music?
60s, oh gosh. The Beatles came out when I was in high school.
And were you all the rage for the Beatles?
Actually, no.
Oh, no.
Okay.
It's hard to believe, isn't it?
Who was
your favorite?
Oh, gosh. Gene Pitney, Lou Christie. And yeah, I know you guys are looking at me like, who in the H are those people? They were some great singers. You'd have to pull up some music by them. These days, I'm into Josh Groban, so that's a totally different story.
That's okay, but it's still current. Yeah.
That's good.
Weren't you a big Elvis fan back in the day, I remember?
I liked Elvis.
Yeah, okay.
But I wasn't the hugest Elvis.
Sure.
Did see him once out at the old. Do you remember? No, you wouldn't remember the old Met. You weren't alive
Oh,
then.
yes, we
Yeah.
were.
Do you-
I
when-
went to my
the
first
old
concert
Met?
at the Met.
Okay,
Oh,
at the old
my
Met.
goodness. That was still up in the 90s. Come on now.
Was it that?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was gone a lot longer than that. I saw Elvis out there.
Really?
Oh,
yeah. Went and bought tickets as soon as they went on sale and had the nosebleed seats for a small fortune.
Okay.
That's cool. Now he was younger. He wasn't in his older age at that point.
No, he wasn't big and fat then.
Right.
I
was trying to be nice.
Well, let's face it. I'm sorry if I've offended any Elvis fans, but that poor man did get big and fat.
He did. Well,
No.
the peanut butter banana sandwiches probably weren't his friend.
Yeah. Also saw Tom Jones out at the old Met. Now, I'm sure you've heard of him.
Yes, you know Tom Jones. Yes.
Went with Rob's dad's cousin's wife.
Oh.
And both of us were going, we hope nobody stands up and starts screaming. We didn't want to have any of that. And as soon as he walked out, we stood up and started screaming.
You were those people.
We were those people. You just can't help
That's
it.
amazing.
So really, I guess, so Mom's visiting from Arizona, up in Minnesota right now. So very happy to have you here.
Thank you.
We'll have to get you here during the winter because that's a much different, you did live here forever. I mean, you did for years and years and years. So you're not used to the winter, but it's been a good, 25 years since you've been up here in the winter?
At least, yes.
So, yeah, you're due.
Which is why I would like to come back for Christmas,
Yeah.
but I'm thinking, I don't know if I want the cold.
Yeah, you do. It's great. And let's ask you the most important question of the evening. What was it like raising the most magnificent son in the world?
She didn't raise me.
I'm sorry, I can't reach the button.
That was
Darn
good,
it.
Brian. He was actually a pretty good child.
Yeah.
Oh, was he?
But unfortunately, I'm not sure I was always the best mother.
Oh, you were a fantastic mom.
Well, thank you,
don't
honey. I
kid
love that.
Don't kid
But-
yourself.
Well, no, it's. I think I was a yelling mother because.
Oh, you were a yelling mother.
But let me give you the reason why. I could say to Rob, don't do that. And he'd keep doing it. I'd raise my voice, Rob, don't do that. Well, after so many times of doing that, pretty soon you just start at that top level. Right. So that's why Mom became a screamer, and I do apologize.
No, that's
for
okay.
that.
A part of the problem too was, I was an only child, so
Yes,
I had nobody to bounce off of, so I had to entertain myself a lot. So that.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah.
I will tell you, if I could have been a grandmother before I was a mother, I would have been the best mom ever.
Yeah, right.
Right?
Grandkids are pretty cool, I will have to admit. So.
They are.
Still waiting for mine.
All right. Well, so today we're talking about why Generation X should be called the greatest generation. So feel free to chime in, throughout here, Mom. But we're going to lay out why we're the best generation.
We're here to defend Gen X and say that we're the greatest.
Absolutely. So,
I'll try to not giggle.
all right.
Hey, Marianne, come on now.
So Generation X is often celebrated for its adaptability, competence with technology, and independent spirit, forged by growing up in a period of significant change, including the rise of personal computers and the internet. Apple IIc, Oregon Trail.
Yeah, there you go.
They're seen as effective communicators, strong work ethic, and skilled at bridging generational gaps. Their unique experiences have shaped a generation known for its resilience and ability to navigate both the analog and digital worlds.
Well, I will say that your generation is probably the smart ones when it comes to cell phones and computers, because I don't know a lot, and so I'm calling Rob all the time saying, hey, honey, how do I do this? How do I do that? My phone is not working. My computer's not working. And he'll usually just walk me through it, and he'll fix it.
Yeah, right.
And he's not even there.
Not even there, yep.
Okay, shout out to my kids. Listen to this. We do know something.
Hard to believe. Right?
So, why Gen X is considered the best?
Why?
We have a list.
Get out. Let's hear it.
Number one,
Yep.
adaptability and resilience. Gen X experienced rapid technology and social changes, from the fall of the Berlin Wall to the rise of the internet, forcing us to adapt and become resilient. This adaptability has made us adept in navigating new challenges and opportunities.
Right. So,
I would totally agree with that.
yeah, absolutely would. Yeah. I mean, it's amazing to me how fast it changed from where we were at in the late 70s.
Right.
To even in the mid 80s, how everything just skyrocketed.
It's adapt or die.
Yeah. Oh, you have to. You have to.
And
yeah.
I think that's probably the same everywhere. I mean, our kids are adapting as well.
Yeah.
But I just feel like it was thrust upon us.
Right. And by no means am I demeaning current generations, but the current generations are raised on technology. Like right now, when your kids are 3 and 4, they start acting up, you slap a phone or a tablet in their face, and then here, go watch a video for a little bit. It's not saying it's wrong. That's just what we do now.
Right. It's the babysitter.
Right. And we didn't have that option. It was, we need to find a way to.
You either played a board game,
right,
or you played cards, or you had to go outside,
right,
or you had to make your fun.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. So number 2, technological savvy, which we just talked about. Thanks, Mom.
And I'm technically savvy. Not.
We'll keep thinking that. So we're not digital natives. We were the first to grow up with personal computers and the internet, making us comfortable with technology without being overly reliant on it. This balanced perspective allows us to appreciate both the benefits and drawbacks of technology.
You say we're not reliant on it, which I know. I can read a map. I can go out and do things without technology if I needed to.
Right.
But I 100% rely on it.
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
As you mentioned, I think in the last podcast that, everything, your job, your company runs on the internet.
Everything.
And so if it went down or all those things changed, it would be difficult.
Right. I mean, we could still work. We could still get stuff done.
Right.
We could still service customers' yards, but it just adds a whole nother layer of complexity where now it's just you hit a button, you go do it, and you're done. There's a lot more steps involved, a lot more paper, a lot more trying to figure out where you're going involved. So it's just, it's crazy how technology has made us better in some respects, but in other respects, made us, we're not self-capable as much as we used to be.
Right. Now, one thing I can do is I can build a fire. Because why? I was a Boy Scout.
You're a Boy Scout. Yes, you were.
Number 3, independence and self-reliance. Many Gen Xers were latchkey kids, as we've talked about many times, meaning they spent significant amount of time unsupervised after school, fostering a strong sense of independence and self-reliance. This kind of upbringing has contributed to their ability to work autonomously and take initiatives.
Right. So we had to learn how to fend for ourselves.
Right.
Yeah. And it's why Mom and I were just talking earlier. We were talking, so my daughter Kayla was over for a little bit and we had dinner, and she recently moved into an apartment with her sister, and we were talking about dinners, and Mom's like, when Rob was a kid, I'd make dinners for him on Sundays and throw some in the freezer. So he had some meals during the week, which that's what I would do. If the parents weren't home, they're doing whatever, had to work or bowling or whatever they were doing, I could slap something in the microwave and have dinner. And suggest that to Kayla. So, I mean, we learned how to fend for ourselves. I mean, mind you, with help. I wasn't making it. I was help from Mom. But, I mean, it wasn't as simple as, throwing chicken nuggets in the air fryer. I mean, you actually had to think a little bit.
So, Marianne, were you working at the time that you made these meals ahead of time?
Absolutely. Worked at the YMCA in Ridgedale 15 years.
No, wait a minute.
What?
The YMCA?
Yeah.
Who went to YMCA camp every summer?
This guy over here.
We've heard about the YMCA camp.
Yes, we have.
He went to Camp Christmas Tree. He went to Icogwin, which was an overnight camp. And he went to an overnight computer camp one season.
One season.
Wow.
And an overnight...
No wonder you're tech savvy.
Overnight golf camp. Did a horse camp. Yeah, lots of camps. Camp. Yeah.
Okay, so, Marianne, were you excited to drop him off at camp and then, drive home with I got rid of him?
Well, the first overnight one was kind of nervous. Made me, not for him, I was nervous. Right. He wasn't nervous at all.
No, it was a great time.
Yeah, but it was hard because I think that was the first time you had really let him out of sight. Sure. But I think he enjoyed it, and I think it was good for all of us.
Yeah, it's a great time. And then a couple of years later, I remember I did two. So it was a 2-week overnight camp usually
at Icogwin.
About 2 weeks. And I mean, a couple of years later, I went 2 weeks or 2 sessions straight, so like a whole month. So
wow.
Yeah,
and did you want to be a camp counselor?
Probably briefly thought about it, but then. Kids.
We let Jordan do that one.
Yeah, Jordan does that one, right? Yeah. So,
well, I went to Boy Scout camp. Can you believe it?
Yes, I've heard that before.
And that's where I learned to sail and tie a knot
and make a fire.
All those fun things.
Those good things.
And I went to French camp.
Oui.
Side note: speak very much French.
Okay.
And so at dinner, which is big group dinners, you had to only speak French to pass the food. I didn't eat much.
You lost some weight that trip, did you?
I did. My friend Tony spoke fluent French.
There you go.
He helped me out.
He's your buddy.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good. All right, number 4, strong work ethic. So despite the slacker stereotype, Gen X is known for its strong work ethic and commitment to getting the job done. They value hard work and are often willing to put in the effort to achieve their goals.
I would totally agree. Hard work. That's us.
Absolutely.
To a T.
Every single one of us.
Yes.
Well, maybe not everybody. But I would say, and I think we talked about this earlier too, is that there's definitely a different work ethic as you go through the generations. And again, not that that's bad, not ripping on anybody. It's just, I think because of how we were raised, we were raised to fend for ourselves and be a little more self-reliant. And it's just a different background than what we're used to now.
And it is different because of our time versus as technology came in. Kids were raised differently.
Right.
So it does make sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Number 5, effective communication skills. Growing up in the pre-social media era, we developed strong communication skills, both verbal and written. For some people. We are good at expressing ourselves clearly and effectively. Again, for some people, which is crucial in collaboration and leadership.
Like replying to texts in a timely manner.
I know you have a thing with that. If I don't reply, you're calling me saying, why didn't you reply to my text? Dude, I'm busy.
You're not that busy. I know what you do for a living. You're not that busy.
I know.
I'm kidding. I'm totally
kidding.
I'm
not usually that busy. But
no. You don't have to get a reply immediately, but, within the day, dude. That's all I'm saying.
You expect more than within the day.
Just give me the thumbs up.
I know, and I realize if I'm a half hour late, he's looking at his phone waiting for that reply.
We're going to fix this. I'm going to just get you on Life 360 so I know where you're at all the time.
I actually thought about that today.
Did you?
I thought, he could know that I'm picking up my car from my oil change and I'll be right over.
That's right. I would know that.
I think this is a good idea.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
We may have to look into that. Okay. All right, number 6, bridging the gap. Gen Xers straddle the baby boomer and millennial generations, possessing a unique understanding of both the analog and digital worlds. This position allows us to act as a bridge between the two, facilitating communication and understanding across generations.
Marianne, you've already expressed the fact that Rob knows the digital side of things and helps you out.
Does.
Would you agree that we tend to bridge that gap between your generation, our generation, etc.?
Oh, there's no question. There's no question. There are a lot of dummies out there just like me. I do have friends who are very techie, just like Rob and you are, but not a lot of us.
Well, I think what's different here, if I compare you to my mother, who doesn't have a cell phone, doesn't have a computer, doesn't have an email, and she's against it. She doesn't want it. So I never had to do that for my parents. But you are on email, you are on Facebook, you comment back and forth. So I think you're light years ahead.
Mm-hmm. Well, I agree.
Oh, I'm so proud of myself now.
Yeah. I didn't realize I signed up for a tech support position based on my birth year.
Yeah, you wanted to get that rim shot in.
I had to get the rim shot in. Yep. All right.
Number 7, practical and resourcefulness. I think I'm both.
Yeah.
No, hey.
No, you are. Absolutely.
Thank you. Support me on this one.
Not debating you at all.
Gen X is known for its practical and resourceful approach to problem solving. We are not afraid to get our hands dirty and find creative solutions to challenges.
Tools. Sports.
I do like tools. Sports, we're wavering on that.
Power equipment.
I love power equipment.
It's like heaven on earth.
I know,
right?
I like to do a new project in the house, so I get a new tool.
Right? I know. I was excited when I get to go buy something new.
Okay, so recently I had a tree cut down, and my neighbor, I was going to use his chainsaw, and so he ended up cutting it down, which was great for me, but I'm like, shoot, I didn't get to buy my own chainsaw.
Yeah, that's too bad.
But it is on my list.
It's on your list. Yeah.
Kids, if you're listening, I want the chainsaw.
The sad part is when you need a tool like that, you use it once, then you don't use it again for like 10 years.
I know, I don't want to cut any more trees.
I know, right?
I still want the chainsaw.
I want one, but do you? That just sounds like more work in the future.
No, I cut firewood.
Well, that is true. You could do that.
Because I can what? Build a fire.
Build a fire. I thought you were going to say cut wood. like a fire makes a little more sense. All right. Number 8, financial security and stability. So, I know, right? That's the theory.
The theory is.
Yes. So Gen Xers are often in their peak earning years and have accumulated significant wealth.
Or debt.
That's funny.
Or debt is right.
Yeah, right. They're more likely to own property and are generally more financially secure than younger generations.
Who are these people?
Right? I think the people I've met.
They're never in my circle.
I don't know if I know them personally, but I think I've met them. So, but yes, in theory, yes, you should be at a point now when you're in your middle age where you should have a little more money, kind of hanging out, and be able to hopefully own a home and those kind of things. But life happens, man.
Own a home, yes.
Yeah, but again, things happen. I mean,
3 cars, yes.
Right? You guys had 3 kids. We have 2 kids. I mean, just
lake cabin, yes.
Lake cabin. Things happen.
Oh, I guess I do own some things.
You know some things.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Right. Have I told you about the 7 Ps?
What are the 7 Ps?
Can't remember them now. Proper, prior, planning prevents piss poor performance.
What?
Proper, prior, planning prevents piss poor performance. I know you can't see me, but I'm counting on my fingers, so I'll make sure I get 7.
So help me understand what those mean.
They mean that proper, prior planning prevents piss poor performance.
Okay, the way you said it confused me as they're individual words that meant something else, but you're saying them in sequence as a sentence.
It's a sentence. It's a sentence.
Well, now you threw me for a loop on that one.
Right? So live by the 7 Ps and all is well in the world.
Okay, why didn't you write that down for me?
Well, because it's more fun to watch you struggle and squirm.
I struggle every day, Rob.
I know. Well.
Number 9, appreciation for quality. Gen X is described as a discerning generation that values quality and respect for their knowledge.
Really?
Yeah, I think generally knowledgeable. They are not easily swayed by trends. Not true. And prefer to make informed decisions. That I totally agree with. I would much prefer to make an informed decision. However, I tend to be a little sporadic and impulsive.
I would debate that comment you just made 100% because you tend to be extremely thorough on your decisions.
Okay, thank you.
So let me put this. Okay, so what were you guys doing this weekend with your new kitchen lights?
Researching.
When
you called me, we were in the office researching kitchen lights.
Yes. Okay. So they have LED lights under their kitchen cabinets, and they broke, so they had to replace them.
Correct.
So how long did it take you to research those?
Well, after we bought the replacement set that we didn't like, and
legit,
right? Like they weren't bright enough.
Yep.
Then we went back to Amazon and continued to look again, and we ended up buying a very expensive set, but it works with our other lights.
Okay, and
so I'm happy.
And how long did that research process take?
Oh, only 4 to 6 hours.
See, now we just would have took about 2 minutes, bought the damn lights, and moved on with our lives.
No, you have to read the reviews.
Oh my God.
You got to know if you're getting a good deal or not.
Sure. Because all Amazon reviews are 100% accurate.
Well, you read all of them.
There's
not just
no
one or
bots
two.
out there at all putting reviews out there.
Hey, stop tainting my view of the world.
Sorry.
Wouldn't it have been easier just to go to Lowe's and if you didn't like them, return them and buy some other ones? Oh, darn.
That's the boomer
right
generation
there,
there.
right?
Go to a
Right.
store,
Right.
buy it.
We do tend to overthink, and where boomers just like very practical,
Right.
right? Wouldn't you agree? Boomer?
Yeah,
Practical.
Yeah.
Practicality.
I would.
Because again, they grew up without the internet. So I mean, that's if you need something, go to the store.
I shocked my son today because I ordered something off the internet with my cell phone for the first time ever. And he said, "You've never done that before?"
Never.
You are techie.
Well, here I am in Rob's house. I have to be, I
Yeah,
guess.
right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But so the lights we did put up in the cabinet that we didn't like, I chose not to return them because what I'm going to do with them? I'm going to put them behind the TV in the basement.
Ooh, I like it.
That mood lighting.
Yeah, right. That's awesome. We have 2 TVs like that. It's phenomenal.
Yep.
Like it. All right. So really, appreciation for quality is more. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's more like champagne tastes on a beer budget.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Unfortunately, even beers are expensive now. Stupid craft breweries.
I like craft beer,
I love them too. God, they're expensive.
but they taste so
They
good.
taste so good. I know, right? All right. Number 10, cultural impact. Gen X has had a significant cultural impact influencing music, fashion, and film. They're known for their contributions to grunge music, indie films, it's a hard word, and the concept of irony as a lifestyle.
Okay.
Plus, eye rolls. Whatever. And hand in the shape of an L on her forehead. That's a Smash Mouth.
Yep.
Smash Mouth
Did
song.
you ever do that?
Oh, all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
I did it to my kids.
Yeah, I did it today.
You did it? No, you didn't.
No, wait. No, yesterday. Yesterday, I actually, yeah, I did. I think I did it to your wife as we were leaving the craft brewery. As a matter of fact.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So, I think given all that, that's why we are the greatest generation.
I would agree with that.
Right. Mom?
Oh, whatever you say.
Good answer, Mom. Good answer. Glad you're here.
From my vantage point, I have a friend. I think in this day and age, kids need to be able to read a clock, not a digital one, a regular clock, and they should be able to write in cursive. I have a very good friend whose older daughter is an adult. Her mother said, "Hey, we're going to pick you up at quarter after 3." And she didn't know what quarter after 3 meant.
Really?
She literally had to be told at 15 minutes past the hour.
Yeah.
And I think it's important for kids to know the basics.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they really teach cursive in schools anymore.
They don't.
They
Yeah.
don't.
Which,
Or like reading a map.
yeah.
I mean, I know
Yeah.
that your phone and GPS takes you where you want, but
Yeah.
there's a day.
Right.
It's coming a day.
And you know what's funny to me? Like all the stuff like they don't teach, like they said, how to read a clock, how to write in cursive, but
Basics.
right, basics, but they won't do a class on like basic financial acumen. Like,
Right.
how do I balance my checkbook and make sure I have money available and those kinds of things. Like things that are like life skills that you would need, those aren't taught either.
Right. And how did you learn to
Absolutely.
balance your checkbook?
Mom.
Yep.
I mean, literally. I mean, just, yeah, we started pretty young and started a checkbook. And just
When I
checked
first
it
got
out.
a checking account, I'm like, I don't know how to write the
Right.
check.
Right. How do you write it?
My parents taught me how to write the check.
Yeah. When my youngest daughter got a checkbook, we had to show her how to write a check. I mean,
Right.
she had no, and again, she's never done it before, so not bad on her, but that's a skill that, I mean, that's something basic I think should be taught.
And now the kids today, they don't even have checkbooks, and they don't even actually usually touch physical cash.
Venmo, everything.
Everything is digital.
Yeah, everything's digital. Yeah.
So when are you going to Venmo me what you owe me?
I'm on it.
Just kidding.
As always, please follow us on the socials at and One More Thing Pod on Facebook and Instagram for highlights and news of our upcoming shows.
And if you have any show ideas or just want to give us some feedback, send us an email at onemoreThingPod@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. Okay, well, that's all, folks.
Hey, and and one more thing. Gen X, the only generation that survived drinking from the garden hose, riding on the back of a pickup, and rewinding Blockbuster tapes, all without a helmet or a therapist. Hey, thanks, Bob, for joining us. It was fun having you here.
Thanks for having me, guys.
All right, bye, everyone.
Bye. Man, I'm feeling old. Hand me my walker.